Welcome to the Minnesota Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Before we get started with our presentations, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that attendees are welcome and encouraged to ask questions to any of our panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. You can pose your question to a specific panelist, or you can ask a general question of any and all of the panelists. Also, your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. There is one other block of sessions this evening, so please feel free to sign up for one of those. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first panelist this evening, which will be Alexandria Technical and Community College.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right, well, good evening, everyone. So glad that you're here and welcome. My name is Nita, and I'm a regional recruiter from Alexandria Technical and Community College. With me today is my colleague, Carrie, who will be answering any of your questions tonight, so feel free to ask away. Alexandria Technical and Community College offers nationally renowned programs delivered by faculty who bring their passion, expertise, and real-world connections to the classroom. With a mix of online and on-campus students, ATCC is big enough to give you what you need, yet small enough to know who you are. We provide quality, hands-on, and liberal arts and sciences education to more than 3,600 students each year, and most of our programs can be completed in 2 years or less. With among the highest graduation rates of all Minnesota state institutions and a 98% job placement rate, we continue our long-standing reputation as an academic institution of excellence. We attract students from all across Minnesota and the Midwest, and proud to have been able to offer in-person instruction the entire 2020 to 2021 school year, and look forward to welcoming our students in person this fall. So here's a quick video to showcase that.
Yeah, sounds good.
ATCC provides you outstanding value, not just financially, but through personal attention and commitment to your success. You'll find that investing in yourself and choosing ATCC rewards you with a superior academic experience. You can choose from over 30 technical programs and build your future. Now, you may not know exactly where you want to go and how to get there, and that's okay. We have transfer degrees that will allow you to start at Alec Tech and then continue your education to a 4-year college or university. You can live in an exclusive apartment-style housing adjacent to campus called Foundation Hall, or community off-campus housing such as duplexes, lake homes, cabins, and area apartments. Also, ATCC is one of only 5 institutions from across the United States selected to become education partners with the US Navy. We are delivering world-class education to nearly 600 sailors, Marines, and Coast Guard students. In the last 10 years, over 270 students have placed in the top 10 national competitions in organizations such as BPA, DECA, HOSA, and Skills USA. Students can also participate in the NJCAA competitive athletics in trap shooting, golf, and esports. We're also the first Minnesota 2-year college to offer sports storage. So for a small fee, you can bring over your boat, snowmobile, 4-wheeler, and fish house to secure and bring to the college. Now, Alexandria is a great place to live. With pristine lakes and miles of trails, skiing, snowboarding, unbeatable fishing, history and arts, golfing, and unique shopping options, you'll never be bored here. Our legendary Big Oli is ready to greet you, and attending ATCC makes Alexandria your ideal education destination. Now, your adventure awaits. The unique blend of academics, athletics, student life, and outdoors at ATCC is truly one of a kind. Named Minnesota's best community college and eighth in the nation by Wallet Hub, we offer top-tier academic and technical programs that prepare students for success, all at an exceptional value. Now, did I mention we're launching a new look, logo, mascot, and name? Now is the time to reach your goals, exceed potential, secure your future, and become a legend. Now I'm going to share this really quick. Hopefully you can hear the sound. Pretty slick, huh? Before I go, I'll share two quick events here. Our Get It Done event is for students to apply for free, visit campus, and get accepted all in one day. Attend one of the following dates depending on your interests. Our second event is our Explore and Discover Day on Saturday, April 10th from 10 to 1 p.m. I challenge all of you to visit campus and explore on what Alexandria College can offer you. You'll meet us, instructors, and other staff. Again, I thank you all for letting me to share with you, and I wish you all the best for finding your calling post-high school. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexandria College. Up next this evening is Goldsmiths, University of London.
Hello there. I'm just going to share my screen. My name is Will. I'm the International Officer for Goldsmiths, University of London. I am personally based in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm going to talk about our school, which is across the pond in your famously former European country of the UK. So Goldsmiths is a top-tier public research institution founded in 1891. And we have been a constituent college of the prestigious University of London since 1904. We have around 10,000 students on our campus, making us a medium-sized school. It's very international. We are among the top 60 most international schools in the world, with 35% of our population coming from outside the UK, from over 140 countries, and over 80 languages are spoken on our campus among our faculty and students. We have a very sizable LGBTQ plus population on campus. More than half our students are students of color, and we have a very large first generation population as well. Americans are also our second largest cohort of international students, with nearly 400 on campus annually. We've also implemented a Green New Deal, so we are committing to carbon neutrality by 2025. And to that end, we have divested our endowment from fossil fuels. We've banned beef on our campus at all of our restaurants and cafes. And we've also installed solar panels on most of our buildings. So we are very proud of this initiative. Our university is located in the dynamic metropolitan city of London. We're about 10 minutes from the city center, and we have an overground station right on top of our campus at New Cross Gate. You'll notice that our campus is a single site. So while we are urban, it is sort of American in feel, in the sense that it's all sort of contained on this one little campus. We have residence halls located on and off campus, always something to do in the area. London is the economic, political, and cultural hub of the UK and also wider Europe in a lot of ways. Amazing financial center that rivals New York. We have amazing theater in the West End, hundreds of museums and art galleries, great sports venues for those soccer fans in the room. So there's really always something to do. Our academics are focused mainly on the arts and humanities, social sciences, fine and performing arts. We also have top-ranked programs. 8 of our subject areas are among the world's top 50, and the list is right there. We're also in the top 100 in the world for our arts and humanities subjects, and we are number 21 in the UK for the quality and significance of our research and citations. So undergraduate students are encouraged, and really it's sort of mandatory to undertake research from the first year. Here's a non-exhaustive list of our programs. We have about 75 undergraduate degrees among our 3 faculties. This is a quick little list, but there are some more. You can explore our website further for all the details. And I'm going to briefly give you a rundown of the UK education system because it is slightly different from what you might be used to as an American student. We have 3-year bachelor degree programs, so it's a little bit quicker and in turn cheaper to earn your bachelor's degree in England. You also have master's programs that are 1 year in length, so you could feasibly earn both a bachelor's and master's degree in the time it takes an American student to earn just a bachelor's. So since these degrees are shorter, they're more focused, and there's no general education or core curriculum, so all degree programs are direct entry, meaning you apply directly to the program you're looking to study. So if you're really sick of math or science and really want to just focus on English or psychology or something like that, you can sort of focus on one topic and you don't have to take any other coursework. We do allow transfer for most of our programs if you have an associate's degree, but generally AP credit or other transfer credit doesn't really transfer in because they already are a 3-year degree program. Our entry requirements are as follows. We require a 3.0 unweighted GPA to apply to our university. We have gone test optional for this year and next year, so any current seniors or juniors would not have to apply with test scores. Beyond that, we haven't really made a determination quite yet. Our application is on the University and College Application Service, which is more affectionately known as UCAS. This is an aggregate application similar to the Common App, but for all British universities. You can choose up to 5 schools to apply to. So in fairness, we try to limit the amount of schools that students can apply to. Some programs require a portfolio and interview as well, and you can find all the details on ucas.com or on our website. Cost typically runs at around the same price as a public in-state institution, or perhaps a little more. The tuition ranges from about £16,000 to £23,000, which is about $20,000 to $27,000 US per year. We do offer international scholarships that you can apply for, and we do accept federal loans. A lot of international universities do, so that's a really good perk for a lot of American students. And the total cost of attendance is typically under $40,000 per year. Accommodation also looks slightly different from what you might be used to for American dorms. We do guarantee accommodation for international students in the first year, and after that, students usually find their own flat or apartment to live in. It's suite style accommodation, and the suites house between 4 and 8 students, and you have your own room with your own bathroom, and then you have a shared kitchen and living space so you can cook your own meals. And very briefly, we are among the top schools in London for graduate placement. About 91% of our students find work or enter postgraduate study within 6 months of graduation. And we do offer work placements and internships for all of our students in the 2nd or 3rd year. So thank you so much. My contact information is here, and please go on our website and check out our virtual tour as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Goldsmith. Our third presenter this evening is Montana State University.
Awesome. Cool. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you guys for being here this evening. My name is Molly, and I'm one of the admissions counselors at Montana State. So going to tell you guys a little bit about everything at Montana State University, and don't hesitate to use that Q&A feature as well. But to start off, I always like to talk about Bozeman. MSU is located in beautiful Bozeman, just in southwest Montana. And so we're surrounded 360 by the Rocky Mountains. We have an awesome outdoor scene for any skiers or snowboarders. We've got snowshoeing. We've got 80 miles of trail hiking within our main area. We're about an hour and a half away from Yellowstone National Park. So overall, there's a ton of outdoor opportunities. And then Bozeman's about 60,000 people. So overall, our town is kind of that nice mid-sized town feel as well. We've got all the large city amenities such as concerts, events, and then those big box stores like Target and Costco. But then on the flip side, our main street is all locally owned shops and restaurants and houses a ton of really cool community events. So we very much are that college town experience through and through. And I think what makes MSU such a great place to be is because of the town of Bozeman. So to transition to talk more specifically about MSU, our size as of this most recent fall semester was 16,249. So overall, right around that nice mid-sized university feel. We get all the opportunities and perks of a larger campus, but then on the flip side, we have the community feel of a smaller campus. We have a primarily undergraduate student population, so we are very much that traditional college experience through and through. And then we do also have about a 50-50% in-state, out-of-state split. We do currently represent all 50 states across the nation and then around 65 different countries. So a lot of representation that's here on campus that makes students so eager to get to know one another. We have over 300 different student clubs and organizations, everything from fraternity and sorority life to major-based clubs to hobby-based clubs. We even have something as simple as the sandwich club, so there's definitely something for everybody. And then we definitely have the school spirit of a larger school with our NCAA Division I athletic programs with things like football, basketball, volleyball, but then we also have a rodeo and a ski team, which is very unique to Montana. So to keep moving forward, talking about academics on campus, MSU is a research institution. We really heavily emphasize those hands-on experiences within your major. On average, we spend about $150 million each year on research. And since we do have that primarily undergraduate student population, all of that funding is going straight into your guys' freshman year until you're a senior at MSU. We're the only top-tier research institution in our region. But again, those hands-on experiences really set our students apart when they graduate. We've got over 250 academic programs. Some of those top programs include business, engineering, nursing, architecture, but really can't go wrong. And there's definitely something for everybody on our campus to study. When talking about how to become a Bobcat and how to go through the application process, it's very simple. All that students need to submit is their self-reported GPA, academic history, and a $38 application fee. We did not require ACT or SAT test scores for this most recent fall semester. We will probably not require them for this upcoming fall. And we actually don't have a hard deadline for application. So students can submit it as soon as the June after their junior year, but anytime throughout their senior year. And there's no essays or letters of recommendation required. So it typically takes students about 20 minutes to complete. Once we receive a student's completed application, we do get back to them in just about 2 to 3 weeks with an admissions decision. So it is a very quick turnaround time for students to get started at MSU. To talk about scholarship opportunities, overall, our total estimated out-of-state cost of attendance is around $39,000. But almost every student that applies to MSU does come home with some sort of merit or need-based aid. We've got scholarship programs that range up to $10,000 per year that can be $40,000 total. We've got full tuition waiver scholarships, which are more competitive, but definitely great opportunities. We've got departmental scholarships as well through your specific area of study. And we will also accept any scholarships that you have coming in from a local community, as long as that scholarship doesn't require you to attend elsewhere. But we are very much committed to an affordable college experience through those scholarship programs, as well as having the free application for federal student aid, known as FAFSA. Scholarships do shift from year to year based on requirements and parameters, so encourage you guys to stay the most up to date on our scholarships by checking out montana.edu/scholarships, that link there at the very bottom right corner. I'm going to go straight to the last slide, but I do want to just mention that we are currently hosting in-person visitors. So if you are interested in checking out MSU, we would love to host you. There are more limited capacity, so definitely register early. And then we also have a variety of virtual visit opportunities as well. So definitely get connected with us. There's my direct email on the screen too. our phone number, our website, and then our social media page as well as questions continue to arise. But super excited you guys are checking out all of these schools. And yeah, don't hesitate to reach out with any specific questions regarding Montana State University.
Thank you very much, Montana State. Moving into the second half of our presentations this evening, just a quick reminder that attendees are encouraged to send any questions they may have via the Q&A button. But up next this evening is University of Jamestown.
Awesome. Hi, guys. My name's Ari Stokes. I am an admissions counselor for the University of Jamestown in Jamestown, North Dakota. I strictly work with Minnesota kids, so I'm your go-to person if you have any questions or anything like that about the university. All right, so just a little bit about the University of Jamestown. We were founded in 1883. We are a 4-year private faith-based college. We are a non-affiliated or a non-denominational college, so we are open to anything that you might want to practice religious-wise or anything like that. But we do have a total enrollment of about 1,100 to 1,200. So we're a very small school. You know, your professors are going to know you really well. They're going to know you in your classes and everything like that. Our average class size is about 19. So like I said, they're going to know you from class to class. They're going to know maybe what activities you're in or sports or anything like that. And they're going to be cheering you on along the way, which is really awesome. So we have over 40 areas of study that range from our sciences to Englishes to business and all those different types of things. 100% of students will receive some type of financial aid, whether that be our scholarships that we receive are from the financial aid or the FAFSA that you would fill out and everything like that. We also have over 20 varsity sports, which I'll talk a little bit more when we get kind of to that slide. Next, and some of the popular majors. We are known for our sciences. Our health sciences are very popular, mainly our nursing. We have 2 high fidelity mannequin simulators, which are amazing. These mannequins, some perform birth, they have breathing sounds, they have bowel sounds and blink and everything like that. So it's pretty cool to have those students get to experience that. Some other ones with exercise science and biology, again, in our sciences are really growing. Our education, we have a smart lab completely dedicated to education, which is really awesome. And then our psychology and our criminal justice have been growing immensely this year as well. We have the Stutzman County Courthouse directly in Jamestown here. And then we also have the state hospital in Jamestown. So they get a lot of hands-on work and get to be a part of it very fast and in hands-on community. Some of our new offerings, as we have some online programs that you're able to do, just, you know, maybe comfortable at home and doing things like that. But we just added environmental science. This was its first year as a major. Out here in North Dakota, we're very outdoorsy. So we were so excited to be able to add this. We have our Wildlife Society that goes up to Churchill, Manitoba. They get to see the polar bears. It is the polar bear capital of the world. And just to do some research stuff and get some study abroad experiences through that. And then we also added mechanical engineering just a couple years ago. We built a brand new senior design lab. It just finished this last fall. So it's got all the nice machinery and everything like that. So a little bit about our athletics. Like I said, we have over 20 sports. We are part of the NAIA. So not the NCAA, just a little different, but it is made up of schools that are smaller, liberal arts, just like us. We also transitioned into the Great Plains Athletic Conference, or the GPAC, if some of you have heard of that. We transitioned into that about 3 years ago. And so we have all these sports, you know, the typical basketball, volleyball, football, and everything. And we just recently added women's swimming and diving, men's volleyball, and now women's hockey was just announced about a month ago. So we're really excited to have all those things. Along with that, we do have competitive esports, so video gaming, and then competitive shooting sports. So trap shooting, archery, and skeet shooting are also available to you. Staying involved. Our campus is small, so people are in everything. It's just kind of a way of Jimmy life. We have performing arts, if you're interested in band, choir, theater, service organizations, and then different clubs. We have clubs that range from very educational based to clubs that, someone wants to swing dance, or even a pie of the month club. Yep, a pie of the month club. Kids got together, they wanted pie, and so now they do that every month and just eat pie. It's pretty fun. Some of our facilities, like I was telling you about our Smart Lab education classroom. We have some of our brand new engineering lab and our fully simulated nursing labs. And then in the top right, you can see our Harold Newman Arena. That was completed in 2017. That is host to men's and women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball, and then men's and women's wrestling. And currently right now, starts tomorrow and Saturday, we are the women's wrestling national tournament host along with Olympic qualifiers. So we're getting pretty busy here on campus. It's pretty fun to host a national tournament in that awesome facility we have there. And then also you can see on the left-hand bottom side, that is a mock-up picture of our brand new football stadium that will be ready this September. Right now, it's just kind of a dirt pit while they're getting it all renovated, but brand new track, brand new stadium, completely turf. So we're really excited about that as well. We have one other thing that was just built. We have UJ Place, and that is our apartment style on-dorm living campus, just a different way to live. They are apartment style. They do have a plaza on the bottom, so you have some different restaurants, different things in there, and one of them is our night and day coffee shop. So this is our coffee shop that serves Starbucks, and just kind of another easy way for you to go grab something to eat. Maybe you need some laundry detergent or anything like that. A big reason we get asked is why UJ? And your holistic education, we're very well-rounded in the classroom. We want you to be well-rounded in your life. And as being a small community, and our staff and faculty will know you. On the right there, this is Marge, our omelet lady. She'll know your order from day one and we'll never forget it. So it's pretty fun to just be around that. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the Q&A. Here's some contact information and everything like that if you ever need anything from me. But thanks for joining us. I appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, University of Jamestown. Up next this evening will be University of Redlands.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Sebastian Brown. I am the admissions counselor here at the University of Redlands, and I am also an alum. And I'm excited to share a little bit more about life in Southern California. So the University of Redlands, we're located about 60 miles inland from the Los Angeles area, meaning that we are perfectly centrally located here in Southern California. Our students are an hour from the beach, the mountains, the desert, and Disneyland, all equidistant to campus. So yes, it is perfectly possible to do all four of those in one single day. It's also a great opportunity for our students to be just outside of a major metropolitan area. LA traffic is just as notorious as you've probably heard. So our students aren't constantly stuck in traffic, but we are right on the outskirts of the major LA area so that our students have access to summer jobs, internships, as well as all of the major social events that happen in LA, Orange County, and San Diego. It's also kind of hard to beat when today was a rather cold day for us here on campus and was still about 65 degrees. So no complaints about the weather. So here at the University of Redlands, we are passionate and committed to educating the hearts and minds of our students. So I'll start by talking about the heart and the things that our students get involved in outside of their academic experience. We offer over 120 clubs and organizations ranging from Greek life to intramural and varsity level sports, outdoor programs, cultural and diversity organizations, as well as honors, academic societies, and really everything in between. We're very proud of our multicultural and first generation center, in which we're about 35% first generation or the first in their families to go to college, as well as about 45% students of color here at Redlands. Here at Redlands, we also really want to encourage students to find their next new home and to contribute to that community. In addition to all of the involvements that our students have is the component of living on campus. So we actually guarantee your housing on our campus all 4 years amongst any of our 14 residential halls. While you're here, we also want to make sure that you are successful in the classroom, as successful as you are outside of the classroom. So we offer up to 2 hours of tutoring per subject per week, and that is included in your tuition. So if you're taking 4 classes in a semester, you get up to 2 hours of tutoring for each of those individual courses, and that is covered by the university. 2 of the major experiences that our students will have here at Redlands include community service and study abroad. And that is a testament to the fact that Redlands is one of the few schools that is a nationally recognized producer of both the Fulbright Scholarship, which is a very prestigious acknowledgement from the US Department of State, as well as to the Peace Corps. So we send over half of our students abroad at some point during their 4 years. Your tuition and room and board does follow you overseas. And we also have a flexible calendar system in which students can take a semester abroad for any of our semesters, a 4-month fall or a 4-month spring, or an optional 1-month term that takes place just during the month of May. So a 4-week alternative instead of 4 months. I also mentioned community service. Our campus consistently completes over 120,000 hours of service every single year. And there are a lot of innovative ways that students will complete their community service. For example, some students may take our volunteer income tax assistance course, in which students learn how to file taxes, and they actually offer that as a free service for families in the Redlands area. So as much as these families benefit, so do our students, because when they sit down for their first job interview upon graduation, they can say that they've already completed 50+ families' taxes already, giving them both their degree and the professional relevant experience that employers are looking for in college graduates. So now talking about the academics here at Redlands, we are home to about 2,500 undergraduate students, meaning that our class sizes on average are about 18 students, and we have a 13-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Here's a list of the academic programs that we have on campus. We are a liberal arts and sciences institution, meaning that all of our students come in undecided or undeclared and have until the end of their sophomore year to officially declare their major while still being on track to graduate in 4 years, as well as completing all of our core graduation requirements that make our students more well-rounded and holistic. One that I would want to draw your attention to that's a little unique and different is our Johnston Center for Integrative Studies, which allows students to create their own major. A great example is we had a student who knew he wanted to work for NASA, any means necessary, but was not interested in being an engineer or an astronaut. So the first question was, do you even know what NASA is? And good luck finding a job with them that isn't one of those 2 things. He really had a passion for politics. So he combined political science with international relations, global business, as well as astronomy and physics. And as a Johnston student, because you make your own program, you name your own program. And his degree is from the University of Redlands in astropolitics. So that's one of the more unique programs that we offer. But as you can see, we have a pretty wide gambit in terms of academic offerings. When looking to apply to the University of Redlands, we have 2 central deadlines, November 15th for early and January 15th for regular. We do offer fee waivers upon request, and we are test optional from here on out. So we will no longer require test scores, but if you do send them in, we'll certainly take them into consideration with your application. Most importantly is financial aid. Over 90% of our students here at Redlands receive some form of financial assistance, and our average financial aid package is over $46,000 per year. We also have additional financial aid to help cover any of those additional costs like merit and need aid for our students. Last thing I'll touch on is our 4-year promise, where we guarantee that students will graduate from Redlands in 4 years. And I'll share my contact information in the chat if anyone has any questions.
Thank you very much, University of Redlands. And our final presenter this evening is University of Utah.
All right, thank you so much. My name is Alexandria Getz. I am one of the admissions counselors here at the University of Utah. So I always like to start off by showing a picture of campus, because I think honestly the campus speaks for itself. Those mountains really are as close as they look. But here's some fun facts about us anyway, if my slides will go. All right. So we are located in Salt Lake City, which for those of you who are not familiar with Utah is our capital and our largest city here in Utah. Basically, we have the best of both worlds. We have both downtown areas, so you can go to one of our Jazz NBA games, or if you're into soccer, we have MLS as well. But also great food, great cultural events, everything going on all the time. Our students get free transit all around the area, so you don't even have to worry about bringing a car. And then, of course, we also are located super close to those mountains. So we are within 30 minutes of 7 world-class ski resorts. Once again, free transit up to all of those ski resorts, as well as reduced price student lift tickets and rentals. So really easy for our students to be in class in the morning and then skiing up in the mountains the rest of the day. And then, of course, Utah is known for the Big 5 national parks, and those are about within 4 hours. And we do have students that go on many weekend trips down to Arches National Park or Capitol Reef or any others. So, like I said, main campus is in Salt Lake City, but we do also have a smaller campus located in South Korea. It is a growing campus, so we do have quite a few students that do part of their degree in South Korea, which is a really cool opportunity. And that's in addition to study abroad programs, which we do offer on all 7 continents. So if you want to go to Antarctica, we'll send you there, but we can send students all over the globe. We have about 24,000 undergraduate students, and even more if you consider our graduate schools like our School of Medicine or our law school. But we're able to keep a really compact classroom. We want to make sure our students have the best learning experience possible, and that means learning from your peers and knowing your professors. So our average class size is about 23 students. That doesn't mean you won't have those large lecture style classes your first year, but once you start getting into your major classes, those class sizes shrink pretty quickly. And you're learning from the best of the best. Our faculty do hold over 880 different awards, and 98% of them do have their PhD or the highest degree that they can earn in their field. Like many of the other universities, we are also a premier research university. We are ranked as an R1 university and have recently been inducted into the Association of American Universities, which is a very prestigious honor. Our students are doing research in every single field that we offer, over 150 of them. And that's everything from our humanities to our fine arts, like our modern dance or theater programs, to our engineering, or our amazing business program. So there's a lot going on. One of our most popular degrees currently is our game design program, which is currently ranked in the top, I want to say we're the top in the nation currently. So pretty cool opportunities for our students. At the end of the day, wherever you go to college, we want you to create your signature experience. So what that might look like at the U, like I mentioned, study abroad. That could be joining one of our 600 different clubs and student organizations, like everything from our Center for Ethnic Student Affairs, joining Greek organizations, joining our skiing and snowboarding clubs, or my personal favorite, our Mario Kart club. They get together and just play Mario Kart, which I think is so fun. It takes me back to middle school. So there's a lot that you can experience here outside of just the classroom. So whether that's an internship or whether that's joining a club or an organization, we've got a lot for you. We are a member of the Pac-12, which is the Pacific Athletic Conference. It is one of the Big 5 conferences in the nation currently. A lot of people realize that when you join an athletic conference, you're joining for the sports, but they don't realize that there's an academic component as well. So we are academically competitive with all of our 11 competitor institutions like Stanford, UCLA, and University of Washington. So all amazing schools with great reputations, and you're going to get the same education here at the University of Utah. So we use a holistic review process when we're looking at admissions. So you can read a little bit more about what we're considering there. We are on the Common App. And we have a couple different dates and deadlines. These may change just depending on the days of the week this next year. But we do typically have 2 early action deadlines that will allow you to have a priority admissions decision as well as a priority scholarship decision. So you're automatically considered for all of our merit scholarships. And as of this year, we are also test optional. So if you're applying this fall, you will also not need a test score. We will still accept it, but it's not needed. So affordability wise, I know it's always a worry to go out of state. Let me ease your fears a little bit here. The U hands out $98.3 million in scholarships and grants every single year. Now divide that between our 32,000 total students on campus. That's a ton of money for each of our students. We provide that in both merit and need-based aid. We also encourage all of our students to file a FAFSA. And we're also the second easiest residency state in the nation. But if you do have any questions, drop them in the Q&A. I'd love to answer them, or you can contact me anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, University of Utah, and thank you to all of our presenters this evening. We do have some time remaining, so attendees, if you have any last questions, please feel free to utilize that Q&A button. While we're waiting to see what questions come in, perhaps I can pose a question to all of you. So if you could turn your video cameras back on, and maybe we'll have you answer. I know 6 minutes is not very long, and you cannot include everything you want in your presentation. So perhaps you could share something additional, like your favorite event or tradition, a fun fact about your university, or something else that you're dying to share with the group. So we'll go back in the same order, starting with Alexandria College.
Carrie, if you want to go ahead and share.
Sure. So one of the things I would share is that we have the highest graduation and retention rate of all the Minnesota State college systems. That's 37 colleges, 7 universities, and 32-year colleges. And I think that really speaks to the strength of our technical program. So in every program, every technical program, students are taught by industry professionals who also instruct in our schools. So in the nursing program, they're taught by nurses with advanced degrees. In the welding program, they're taught by welders, and so on. And each of those programs has state-of-the-art labs and equipment, often donated by our industry partners, because they serve on our advisory boards and want students to understand their equipment because they're looking to hire them. So we have fantastic job placement rates. Many programs are 100% job placement with 98% job placement rate overall. So it's really about degrees that work and get you great jobs.
Great, thank you. Goldsmith?
We've been consistently voted among UK students as one of the most creative and most politically active campuses. And for the creative side, we have countless BAFTA, Oscar, Mercury Prize, Turner Prize winners. The Turner Prize is a very prestigious art prize. We have the most winners out of any other UK university. So for those looking for the creative fields, it's a great option.
Sorry, I was on mute. Montana State.
I'm going to share a little bit more of like a fun fact. Everyone has like great stuff about their university, but I'm going to go with the fact that a river runs through it. That movie was actually filmed on our campus. A cool little perk.
Thank you. University of Jamestown.
I'm going to go with something kind of fun, a tradition that we do at Jamestown as well. So obviously we're ending winter, thank goodness, but during the beginning of winter, when that first snowfall hits and it actually sticks to the ground, the whole admissions department, which is about 6 or 7 of us, we go out and start a snowball fight with all of the students, and we send out a giant email. Professors get it, and they actually let their students out of class, and we have a big field in the middle of campus that we just get to have a snowball fight with students and faculty and staff going after each other, so it's kind of fun.
Great, thank you. Redlands.
Yeah, I mentioned very briefly that we have a 4-year graduation guarantee, and a lot of folks are like, well, what do you mean by guarantee? So here at Redlands, if there was ever an instance where a student was unable to take a course or they were waitlisted and therefore have to take classes beyond that 4th year, the University of Redlands covers the cost of tuition for all of those courses. We also offer several kind of pathway programs in business, education, and something called spatial studies or geospatial mapping and data analytics So those are four-year bachelor's degrees with a +1 master's, so kind of an accelerated master's degree at the end.
Great, thank you. And Utah?
All right, so fun fact, the University of Utah has been host to a lot of really big events. We were the host for the 2002 Winter Olympics, and that's actually where our oldest residence halls were built for. So you could live in the same room as like Michelle Kwan or any number of other winter athletes. So some pretty cool things. And we also just hosted the vice presidential debates this year.
Great, thank you. And again, thank you to all of our panelists for your wonderful presentations. Before we end the session tonight, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that when you close this window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey that you take a minute and complete. There is one other block of sessions this evening, so please feel free to sign up for those. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. But that does it for this session this evening. Thank you very much for joining us, and good luck in your college search. Have a great night.